So you refinanced last year or even 6 months ago, then the rates drop again, and you're wondering how much money can you actually save if you refinance again? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today on 5 Minutes of Finance. One of the things that drives clients batty is the paperwork, the documentation that you have to deal with when you're financing a home. But putting things in perspective, if you're asking for a couple of 100,000, 400, 600, a million, I think you ought to do a little paperwork. You know, you gotta get together your W-2s, your bank statements, your taxes. And now, with everything being digital, where you can upload it into a portal, it's pretty easy. I mean, back in the day, you used to have to get these stacks of paper and bring them to the office, and somebody would make a copy on a copy machine. Now, you can scan it with your phone and send it. So it's pretty easy. At the end of the day, you're probably gonna put in about, let's say, 5 hours worth of work total. Yeah, I mean, you preparing, going to look for the documents and all of that good stuff, taken into consideration. But let's say even 10 hours. Well, how much money are you gonna save? If we quantify that and say you saved, I don't know, over a 30-year period, $50,000, and it took you 5 hours to do it, well, that's a hefty hourly salary, I would think. Okay? Today, we're going to look at a situation where the person has a $420,000 loan that they want to refinance. So, let's say the house is worth $650,000. The loan is for $420,000, and the current interest rate is 3.5%. Well, that payment will be $2635.99 total. That's with principal, interest, taxes, and hazard insurance. Okay? Now, what if you refi and you were able to get, like in today's market, down to 2.625? Well, that would take your payment down to $2436.93. That's a savings of $199.06. Now, just on a monthly basis, that is good money to save. It really is. But over a 30-year period, 360 payments, well, let's get back to that hourly figure on getting the documents together. Let's say it took you 10 hours to get that together. Well, over a 30-year period, that $199 becomes $71,661.60. That's a nice piece of change. That is a couple of nice cars. Okay, no, you can't buy a Mercedes. You might be able to squeeze one Mercedes out of that. But, I mean, when you add in all the maintenance those things take, it's probably, you'd be better off going to get a nice Honda that'll last you the whole 30 years. Okay, point is, it took you 10 hours. That's if you're doing it blindfolded, in the dark, with your hands tied behind your back, 10 hours to get that paperwork together to make $71,661.60. That's pretty good. So, if you're thinking about it, think about how much you're going to save in the long run altogether. Now, there's a situation where Hey, look, Ron, I've been paying on this thing for 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5. Ask your loan professional about a flex term. I think it's a good time to refinance and purchase a home. Just my professional opinion, because I love to save money. That's it for today. 5 minutes of finance. We'll see you next week.